Hey everyone, so I'm going to go ahead and make a pumpkin pie with the pumpkin puree I made last weekend. So I had some pumpkin puree left over and I'm going to go ahead and use it to make a pumpkin pie. So if you have not seen that video, it'll be linked down in the description box down below. But this is going to be a collaboration and we are going to go ahead and make a pumpkin pie with pumpkin puree. So you can get the canned pumpkin if you want, just substitute this for the canned pumpkin, but I am going to go ahead and use the pumpkin puree I did make. I have actually 2 of these pie crust here. I'm just going to make one for right now, but you will need the sweetened condensed milk, so sorry, and then you'll also need actually 2 eggs. You're going to need some salt, and you could do the allspice. There is some out there that actually have allspices, so it have the cinnamon, the ginger, the nutmeg, and stuff like that. That's the point of the allspice one. Or you could go ahead and add your nutmeg and your cinnamon and your ginger, but I don't have ginger right now, so I'm going to go ahead and just use my allspice. And yeah, it's going to be a super easy recipe. I'm just going to go ahead and just use the pumpkin puree that I made last weekend. So, well, it's not even the weekend yet, but it's Thursday, but I did use it last weekend, or I did make it last weekend. So I actually just went ahead and got the graham cracker pie crust. You could make your own pie crust. You could buy the frozen roll of pie crust. That is totally fine as well. I actually do have some of that in my freezer, but I'm gonna go ahead and just make it a very simple, easy recipe for you guys. Like I said, you can substitute from making your own puree for a can of pumpkin pie puree as well. But a super easy recipe for you guys. So let's get started. I already have my oven preheated to 400. We are going to leave it at 400. And then when we're done with this, we're going to drop it down to 375. We're going to cook our pie at 375 for 15 minutes. And then we're going to drop it down to 350 and cook it for another 35 to 40 minutes or until cooked. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm just going to go ahead and put this off to the side, and we're going to go ahead with the pumpkin pie puree. So I do have my bowl here. This is going to be my bowl that I'm going to use some of this and put it in here to make our pie. So here's the pumpkin pie puree, as you guys could see. You can drain a little bit more liquid out of it if you want to. That's up to you. I know if it sits in there for a little while, the pumpkin will make a little bit more liquid. Okay, so this is what I'm going to add. I am going to bring out my whisk. You're going to need 2 eggs. 1. 2. You're going to add your sweetened condensed milk to this. Now you're going to go ahead and add your grounded allspice. Since I am going to be using the allspice, we are going to go ahead and add about 4 teaspoons of it inside of our pie mix, because again, I'm not doing like these separate nutmeg, cinnamon, and ginger. So we're going to go ahead and add just 4 of the teaspoons. I am going to add a little bit of the cinnamon. I'm just going to add about like a teaspoon of it. We're also going to add just a little bit of salt. Okay, so we have our pie crust. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and put this inside of the oven, and we're going to put it on the medium rack to cook, and you'll be going ahead and actually taking it out within 35 to 45 minutes until it's completely cooked and brown, like you'll be seeing here soon. And then we're going to slice it and eat it. Again, all the information and directions and recipe is going to be down in the description box down below. And this is what the pie will look like. Okay. I'm getting a fork. But this is our pumpkin pie. It smells so good. I did let it cool off. Okay, so here's a pumpkin pie. Gonna go ahead and try a little piece. This is so good. Oh my goodness, this is so good. For homemade pumpkin pie, this is really good. And it's super easy to do, and it's so good. I definitely like it, especially with this graham cracker crust. It came out perfectly. So, that is it for today's video. The yummy, delicious pumpkin pie was delicious and super easy to make. So don't forget, you can watch my other video to make the pumpkin pure down in the description box down below. And so will the recipe be down below as well. If you don't want to make your pumpkin pure, so definitely something to try and make yourself, especially because this pumpkin pie tastes so good. The reason why I kept saying it tastes so good is because it is pumpkin pie made with pumpkin, like carving pumpkins. And it's so good. So yes, definitely go ahead and try it out. Definitely go down in the description box down below and check out the playlist, because again, this is a collaboration, and check out everyone else who participated for fall recipes. And I'll see you guys next video. Bye. It is so good. I just need a little whipped cream on it and it will be perfect.